Lance lining it up. We're just about set in Vegas. Underway, and it will be Thomas getting the first touch, and he had a crease, but a good job by the Trojan special team. Nussmeier will throw quickly, and that's Kyron Lacey. First play of first down for LSU.
So like we said, you're going to...
Well, 1st and 10 from the 38. That's on a little half roll. He'll fire again, and Lacey, I think he got a foot down again. So 2 plays, and they go to a guy who made big plays for them as the 3rd receiver a year ago.
Yeah, and this time a little play action to get him away from potential pressure. This is a great catch by Lacey. Remember, you lose 2 big-time receivers to the NFL, and Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors. It's Kyron Lacey.
Nussmeier fires out to the flat. There's Lacey, and he's going to have enough for the first down. 3rd catch of this drive for Kyron Lacey.
Well, they gave him a soft coverage there. Surprised to see that much space there on 4th and short. I think Nussmeier saw it like we all did there pre-snap and said, if you're going to give me that cushion on 4th and short, that's an easy pitch and catch. So good recognition.
Nussmeier back to work. He throws to the outside, and he's got another completion, and guess who? Lacey again.
And again, SC is respecting the potential and the speed of the playmaking ability of these receivers, and they're sitting back. And soft coverage. Look at Nussmeier. Watch his head. He's bringing the left to the right. Knows already where he wants to go with the ball. He sees that soft corner. Goes back into the boundary. And how about the length by Lacey?
Bear Alexander into the game for SC. They protect him, and they get it out to the tight end, Mason Taylor. Taylor all the way down to the 20-yard line, and he's got another first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that recognition of feeling that corner blitz allowed him to adjust the protection. Instead of getting out of the play, what he did is he takes the All-American tackle. Instead of blocking right there, he's going to slide to the outside. That corner is picked up nicely, gives him time, goes the opposite direction to big Mason Taylor, who's now in his...
Now 1st and 10. Just outside the 20. Back to the ground, and running with the ball is Jackson, and Caleb Jackson showing that. I checked that 18, not 28. It's Josh Williams. Either way, he's showing the power, and he gets it down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
Watch the right tackles block Emory Jones. We talked about him being potentially a 1st rounder. Good job on Mason Cobb, and good low center of gravity from Josh Williams, who's in his 6th year. Another guy that's kind of paid his dues and becomes a leader in this team just being on the field with him.
Pressure coming. They're on Nussmeier. He gets away, and he has to throw it away, and the Trojans get it.
Here, his name called quite a bit this year.
It's called one more time. Woody will push it up to... Pressure coming, and Perkins got back there and hit Moss, and the Bayou Bengals swarm. And just as Danton Lynn got a big stop to get off the field, new LSU defensive coordinator Blake Baker dials one up.
He sure does. And if I'm Blake Baker, I'm dialing this up as often as I can with number 7. What I love here on this zone read is he takes both guys. That's a tough read for the quarterback. Eventually, pretty good presence of mind there to just flip it, try to give the back a chance. He wanted to pull that and get around that pressure, but a heck of a play by Harold Perkins.
Had 13 plays on that last drive. Got stopped on 4th down from 3. Nussmeier dumps it underneath to his back. Caleb Jackson will pick up another LSU first down. He gets across the 30. Nussmeier to Aaron Anderson. He tries to make a guy miss, and he does, and Aaron gets it up to about the 44-yard line. LSU first down.
Yeah, now
1st and 10 from the 30. Back to the ground, and LSU wins that one. Getting a tackle for loss, which is a goal for Blake Baker's defense.
Yeah, Blake Baker taking over a defense. They just kind of lost their...
Moss getting to the edge, getting heat, and he has to throw it away before he gets knocked down. Applying the pressure is Paris Shand, one of the pass rushers that Baker is really high on.
Yeah, they brought the blitz from the left. That means Shand's got to be able to get that pressure on that right side of the offense, and Boy, he is a big, athletic defensive end. It comes over from listed at 6'7", 320.
Much bigger than that. He made a big block there. Moss buys a little time, puts it into traffic. Did he pull that down? Kyron Hudson. Oh my goodness, what a catch!
What a play. That's just a one-hand. Let me throw my hand up and give it a shot. That's between two defenders. Then if he loses the ball, I'm sure they're going to take a look at that to see if he held on to it. I say just for the effort, we give it to him.
Hey, man. On the field, there's a catch for a first down.
One hand, ball comes out. Two hands. I'm pulling for him. Hold on to that ball.
That's a catch. I think he had it.
Bill, I don't care what you say. That's a catch.
I know Odell Beckham played for LSU, but that was OBJ-esque.
A delay a game called on LSU. This movement right here. Bill, if you could come in and help us, because Brian Kelly is furious. This would have made it 2nd and 15. What's the emphasis this year in the sport?
It's brand new this year with the emphasis saying that if you're within a yard of the line of scrimmage, whether you're stationary or not, you cannot make a quick, abrupt, or exaggerated action.
That goal line stand for LSU against LSU.
Now that 1,400 pounds shouldn't be confused with the weight Lincoln Riley feels to get this thing going at USC after a disappointing year last year. And 2 times in a row, Nussmeier has gone to Mason Taylor.
Well, I love this call. And a good job of improvising here. Here is Taylor. He's going to come in motion, but watch how Nussmeier, who's off to a really good start in this game, tight end kind of follows that motion. He kind of changes that arm angle because of the pressure from Muhammad and just kind of gets it out to the flat there.
Kirk had to pick up a few inches for the first down, and Williams will get him more than that. He's out close to the 45. And LSU, you know, into Holly's point, Eric is one of the guys who's gained some weight. We've seen him play linebacker at barely 200 pounds. As quick completion, and Xavier Thomas has been noted as a return specialist, but they wanted to get him out in street closed tonight. They expect to get him back later in the season. Nussmeier back to work. Another completion. This one to C.J. Daniels. It's a first down for LSU.
There's that
on that for sure. Well, they've made the most of the guys that have been out there. Nussmeier spread the ball around. Nussmeier gets rid of it. This time Taylor sure-handed. He's got it for the first down, and Mason inside the 20-yard line, and LSU trying to answer Kamari Ramsey on the stop.
Has he thrown a ball yet that hasn't hit a receiver in the helmet? I mean, it's incredible. Roll left, roll right, drop straight back, quick game, boom. Ball is right on the money. And this time you give Mason Taylor.
Lacey in motion. Nussmeier looking that way. Now on the wheel, throws it up. Lacey caught it. Did he get down this time? He did. Touchdown LSU.
But this game, in any game, it's about creating matchups, and this is what they're able to do right here with their best receiver going in motion. Watch the reaction from SC's defense. You want to get a safety on your best receiver, and that's what they do with that motion. You get the safety down, look who has to try to cover that best receiver. Ball's there, he's in position, just doesn't make the play, doesn't finish on the play. He was in position, but the ball gets away from him. Ball almost got away from Lacey, but he does get a hold of it and gets a foot down for that touchdown.
Remember the opening drive? Lacey was out of the catch.
Conduct, offense number 2. That's his first unsportsmanlike foul of the game. The foul will be enforced on the kickoff.
So Lacey got hit with the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown catch. And I was saying on the other end of the field, he was out of bounds by just inches on the first drive. Almost had a touchdown catch. That time he gets it down. Not sure Brian agrees with the call. It will be enforced on the kickoff. LSU will try to tie it with the up. Here in Las Vegas, after the USC touchdown, LSU answered quickly. Nussmeier spinning it all over the yard. And after the touchdown, Lacey was celebrating, and
you must have called Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase about what do I do after I score. In the college game, you got to be careful.
Yeah, that might have been the one that got him. Like Zachariah Branch, you really don't want to give him the extra room to work with. Here is Branch looking for room. Branch has a seam. Good. he had him. He couldn't. What a play by the kickoff man to get him.
Fun to watch the old school kickoffs here in the college game. And that penalty by Lacey gave Branch a chance to have more space. Pat McAfee, if he's watching, very proud of that kicker's effort. Athletic play, as always, by a kicker. But honestly, the mental mistake by Lacey forces the kickoff unit from LSU back, and it gives Branch a chance. One of the most dangerous return men in college football. And if it weren't for the athletic kicker making that play, he takes that all the way back for a touchdown.
Las Vegas, and book now at rwlasvegas.com.
Big kickoff return from Branch. Moss tries to pay it off immediately, and he does. He's got Deuce Robinson for the big gain.
They get it safety in the middle of the field. They get one-on-one matchup in the slot with great size with Robinson, another big, tall, rangy receiver. It's 6'6", and Gilbert, who transferred over from Texas A&M, he actually loses his footing. Made it easy for Robinson to go right by him. But how about the throw? Again, another great throw by one of the quarterbacks. This time it's Miller.
Lane, he's pleased to be staying in the game, I'm sure. LSU showing a little heat. Miller Moss in trouble, and Miller Moss knocked free. The ball's on the ground. I think Emmanuel Pregnon might have gotten on it. It was Savion Jones who came in there and knocked it away from the USC quarterback.
Now they bring a blitz out here, which actually frees up. They feel very confident that they can win on the edge. It's pretty easy to win on the edge when you bring that blitz and put that right tackle in an either-or situation. Mason Murphy to...
They've backed all the way up to the 24. Here's Moss. This time a screen. Flips it out. There's Branch. You have the kickoff return. Zachariah Branch gets down to the 4-yard line. Man, is he fun to watch.
It's a heck of a job by Moss just to get this football off. I thought Savion Jones again was going to have a chance to be able to knock it down right there. But then downfield, look at the blocks. The center getting downfield makes a really nice block.
Kickoff return from Branch, and then a scintillating play on the screen. Moss firing to the end zone, going the other way. Oh, and he had it for a second. And Kyron Hudson, who made that great catch earlier, couldn't keep control as he went out of bounds.
Miller Moss gets leveled. I mean, leveled by Major Burns. They keep bringing that blitz off the right edge. Here they come again. And as soon as he delivers the football, it's a clean hit. But watch, I think Hudson gets away with a little push off at the top of that route himself. Uses the hands, does everything to be able to get open. And then I longer Jason Taylor, just Jason Taylor's son.
And Jason had a good day yesterday. Defensive end coach for the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
After they put it on Florida. First down conversion. Kyron Lacey, who caught the touchdown pass, gets the first.
What they can do.
And there have been solid offensive plays, but these two defenses the last couple of years have been very sieve-like. And it's not the case. They're working for it in this one. Another strike from Nussmeier to Lacey. He's inside the 35 and down to the 32. He is slinging darts, man.
Yeah, I just can't remember a ball that he's missed, you know, and he's just throwing in rhythm. And look at that ball layered right over top of the linebacker in front of the defensive back. Just
half-yard field goal here. They're going to place it down between the 35 and 36. Ramos with the weather on the way. And we are tied at 10 with 1:08 to play here in the first.
Get after Miller Moss.
Moss right down the middle and right on the money finds Mekhi Lemon. That'll be a first down to the 36. And based on pregame warmups, they're right on the edge of field goal range already. And
USC has called their second timeout of the half.
Now,
30 seconds.
Page right here is going to get pushed back into Miller Moss, but he does a great job of just kind of reading this seam and being able to put this football. See late movement by LSU? That's tricky for a lot of quarterbacks. He gets hit by, again, just that pressure, but is zeroed in downfield. Reads that safety moving after the snap, puts the ball right into that seam for a nice completion. Beautiful.
you know, we've been singing Nussmeier's praises, and rightfully so, but Moss is 13 of 16 for $176 until 15 seconds on the play clock. Go on the ground. Woody Marks has a seam. Marks inside the 20, and he's knocked down. Clock will stop to move the chains. 12 seconds left. Transfer kicker. He's 1 for 1. Made one from 22. This one from 29. It is on the way, and he missed. Empty backfield. Marks split out wide. They'll get it out to Mekhi Lemon, and Lemon had it knocked free. Lemon tried to get on top of it just in case it was a backward pass. I think that was
Rolling on the
pretty
field
clear.
is an incomplete pass.
I think that was pretty clearly an incomplete pass.
What a quick reaction from Jordan Allen. You know, we talk about quarterbacks getting a pre-snap read. Here, he gets a pre-snap read with all those receivers out in front, the tight end starting to motion out that way. He anticipated that that ball was going to be thrown quickly. No chance at all for Jacoby Lane to make that block, even 21 years later.
And changed things up after that, and well, there was a miscommunication, and that could have very easily been disastrous. Ashton Stamps was there.
Yeah.
I don't like to think about that part.
Me either.
Moss throwing over the middle, and what a great play by Ashton Stamps to knock it away from Kyle Ford. Ford, who started at USC, went to UCLA, and now he's back.
What a good job with that left arm, not allowing the right hand to get involved with pass interference. Has his eyes on the quarterback the entire time, was in phase, gets around the receiver and the left hand in to knock it away.
Empty backfield. Miller Moss got time, firing down the middle. This time no one knocks it away from Ford. Ford across midfield into LSU territory before he's finally knocked down. Jordan Allen stops him, and a huge play from Moss to Ford picks up 41.
Zachariah Branch actually, I think, was the intended target. They end up going to Ford. Ford cut in front of that and ends up making that catch. But you see one right behind there? He actually broke free a little bit late, and that's exactly where they were trying to throw this football. I think he was as surprised as anybody. The big tight end goes up and makes that catch. A big receiver makes it.
That one costs him a first down. Moss going back to work on the left, going right back at him, and again, the ball is knocked away from Kyron Hudson, and that time, an excellent play made by Woodland.
Boy, they're going right after him. You know, you see this, you know, sometimes at college, guys are afraid to go back to the same play, back-to-back plays. Not in this case at all. You know, they are trying to do a good job with Lincoln Riley understanding, hey, we've got a true freshman out there. We're confident.
Moss, under heat, down he goes. Pressure in there coming from Savion Jones, and he gets the big sack on third down to force the field goal try.
It's an effort sack right here, and he should be the first one to go over and high-five the secondary because of the coverage that they played. Zone coverage, good job at taking away all the potential options, and then Jones just does not give up on this play. He's been close. This time, doesn't give up and gets around Mason Murphy for his sack.
Okay, Michael Landskirk, who's 1 for 2 tonight. A hard outside rush made him flinch on the miss he had from 29. This one from 35. And this time he does not. Interference penalty earlier that aided that previous field goal drive for the Trojans. Nussmeier over the middle. There's Mason Taylor. Taylor's got the catch again. So we go down.
Excited about for your NFL debut next weekend in Tampa.
Man, to be able to play in the NFL, that's what I'm most excited about.
Look who's loose. It's John Emery back at LSU, and the former highly touted high school running back who's had a star-crossed career rips off a huge gain on that one, 39 yards.
And they go with a counter play here with Frazier and Jones. Yep, Holly, tell him thank you. That was awesome to hear from him. But what a good job here getting upfield by Emery. Waited patiently for the box to clear, and then right away is able to get north and south with that speed. And what a great job to see him. You know, he had the ACL last year against Florida, has worked his way back. And, you know, they need running backs.
He interrupted with plays like that during his career at LSU. Back to Emery. Why not? Emery slamming inside the 20. He's got an LSU first down, it would appear.
How about pulling the big left tackle? Watch, you'll see him as we roll this, the left tackle right inside of Mason Taylor. He gets his head up, does a good job there on Muhammad. Really good blocks that time, and you're starting in line.
Nussmeier making checks. He needs 4 on third down. Throw. He's got Aaron Anderson. Anderson has a path to the end zone, and LSU's back on top late in the third.
what a drive. Nice job of mixing up that play call there by the offensive play caller, Joe Sloan. They ran the ball only for 46 yards in the first half. That drive alone. Seen this on these third and shorts to cushion, which opens up in man coverage a quick out. The timing is perfect by Nussmeier, but after he makes this throw, watch the collision by two USC defenders. I mean, there's a chance there, very, very good chance that he's not going to get into the end zone. Maybe a chance to try to keep him short of the first down. But after the ball is thrown, nice ball, nice catch, and then the two defenders run into each other. Makes it very easy for Anderson to walk that sideline and into the end zone.
The sophomore from New Orleans getting in. There's Jaden Daniels celebrating. Trojans find themselves down by 4. They fake a little trickery, and the ball's on the ground, and man, oh man, is USC fortunate to come up with that, as Elijah Page was on the spot, as it were.
A hesitation here because of the timing. I love the backers getting downhill. See him wait. He's trying to bait them and then flip it. Boy, is that a dangerous play and decision by Woody Marks.
And masterfully so, you might say. Back to the ground for LSU. Wait, John Emery. Look at John Emery.
Man, this guy's running with a different attitude. Nice to see him healthy. It's incredible. He got injured and tore that ACL in November. That is a late injury in 2023, and he is not slowing down at all. Done a good job with his rehab to put himself in position.
At LSU, it's really great to see him stick with it, being able to finish his career in a place that's been important to him, and boy, he's had an impact in this game tonight, as Nussmeier flips it out there, and the aforementioned Mr. Emery is becoming a go-to guy.
And just to remind people, I know LSU fans, he's kind of had enough. He's over this, even though we're going to have a great finish.
Great finish coming. First carry of this drive goes to Woody Marks of USC. Both Lemon in motion. Moss throwing the glass, finds McCree, and late McCree, who's had some big plays tonight, makes the grab. Jordan Allen knocks him down. It's a first down SC.
Greg Penn has his eyes in the backfield here. The backers here kind of following the quarterback. The blitz, the linebacker on one side. See his eyes kind of looking out this way? What a call by Lincoln Riley to then slip the tight end right behind him. So the action of the receiver, Lemon, draws the eyes of the defense, and then he got this off. They brought 40 again on this blitz, and he gets in clean. Well, I thought he'd at very least get a hand on this. He's falling backwards to make this throw, and he splits the corner and the safety to big number 8 at 6'4", who holds on to that ball. But Miller Moss with a
last carry, 2nd and 6. Pressure off the edge. Ball batted high into the air, still up there and diving for it, and almost intercepted. It'll be an incomplete pass. That was Deshaun Womack who got a hand on it.
He has been bringing blitzes with these backers, so they bring Perkins, they bring Penn, and then Womack off the edge. They keep trying to put Mason Murphy. They keep trying to isolate.
And you think it might have been 4-down territory, but into the backfield to make the stop is Whit Weeks. And now it'll be 4th and long, and it may still well be 4-down territory, but now it's a difficult 4th down.
Well, the strength of this defense is the linebackers, and they move them around. This is a late movement by Weeks. This guy plays with a kind of a motor that's unprecedented to this defense.
9 yards on 4th down in LSU territory. Moss fires, and it's batted away again, and this time it was intercepted. I'm not sure he controlled it. Whit Weeks again had it in his hands, and it was stripped away, and LSU gets the stop.
Well, LSU fans, welcome to the era of Blake Baker as your defensive coordinator. Doesn't matter what the situation is, what point in the game it is, he's going to live and continue to be who he is and trust his players. Brings that blitz. Savion Jones eventually came free to knock it loose. It looked like Weeks had possession just for maybe a step or two.
That's going to be the question here, Kirk, is to see.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8, for taking his helmet off in the field of the play. 15-yard penalty, first down, timeout.
Okay, so number 8
And just continue to get more and more reps.
Nussmeier on second down, fires underneath. They've got it complete, and out there to a tight end there very high on Kamorion Pimpton, making the grab and hitting out right to the 30-yard line. Need to get it to the 31 for the first down. LSU lines up quickly. Give to Emery, and he is hit in the backfield, and he didn't get there. Both of these defenses standing up and making stops in the fourth quarter.
And it's a veteran in Gentry who's able to shoot this gap. He's thinking, okay, if they're going fast on short yardage, I'm going to sell out. I'm going to try to hit and get underneath that tight end and make a play, and that's exactly what he did. Put a star next to that one for Eric Gentry, a veteran guy, transferred about 3 years ago from ASU.
Timeout, which would give the Trojans or LSU another stoppage should they need it. Miller Moss back to work, firing, got Kyron Hudson. Hudson into LSU territory inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line, a pickup of 21.
Look at the anticipation here. Ball's out now. Receiver's head isn't even looking for the football right there, and he does a nice job of putting it right in the hole. That's a lot of work over this summer with this new group of receivers. I love that he felt the blitz, got the ball out, his receiver cut right into that throwing lane for a big completion.
Hey, and Herbie, Miller Moss just went over 300 yards for the night. He's trying to give his team the lead. Pressure off the edge, but they get loose. It's Woody Marks. Marks bouncing off tacklers inside the 30 and down to about the 28-yard line. Another explosive play for the Trojans. 16 on that one.
Noah, nice job. The C-77 picks up the edge man. They're pulling the guard. They're pulling that backside tight end. And then you got a back that's got a little bit of room to pick up some acceleration through those backers. Back-to-back plays. Now they're in plus territory inside the 30. Free play.
Caught Major Burns offside. Moss going to try to make him pay. Throwing to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Jacoby Lane.
Defense number 8. The penalties decline. Touchdown.
What a job by Miller Moss.
A great job, and we show you this replay. What a great design. Look at that emotion and passion from Miller Moss. You know, they talked about this team being, our first game was the bowl game against Louisville in the Holiday Bowl. That was the start of turning this season in the 2024. It wasn't tonight. And Miller Moss is we've been bragging about how aggressive he is. This is the pressure right here. But by bringing this pressure, look at the two corners and safeties right here. Look at this matchup and what happens as far as the safety. He's got to make a tough decision. Moss knows he's got a free play. The safety here kind of gets turned. He works back to the inside. He elects to go to the outside, which is a tougher throw. But because he put it up and over the receiver and let him run underneath it, it's a heck of a job of using his body by Jacoby Lane there and then pushing off late because the ball's thrown over that outside shoulder, gets that late separation for the touchdown. What a throw by Moss.
Moss now 22 of 30, 329 yards. That's his first touchdown. Now Brian Kelly has lost in each of his first 2 seasons. There's a different attitude from both of these defenses. Play clock getting on top of him. Nussmeier gets it off. Needs to pick up the first down here. He's got a wide open Anderson, and he's into USC territory. Aaron Anderson knocked down inside the 30, and Nussmeier comes up with a huge play to Aaron Anderson.
Well, he takes this away on the outside. This defensive end normally pressures, but instead of pressuring, he actually sinks into the flat and takes away Mason Taylor. That's what, look at Nussmeier. He's looking right here. He wants to throw. He's taken away, no problem, keeps his poise, looks backside, and then
on 2nd and 10, backfield's empty. Nussmeier stands in, fires to the outside. And the catch is made by Xavier Thomas for a first down.
I mean, I sound like a broken record, but are you kidding me on the location of this football? What a catch by Thomas, but look where he threw it. And he's even getting held. Thomas getting held by the jersey. Best defensive back maybe for SC in coverage is Jalen Smith. And
on the way and right down the strip here in Las Vegas, and we are tied at 20, 1:47 to go, and now it's Miller Moss's turn. The last time he had it, they scored.
Anything crazy here?
LSU would like to get pressure to keep everything in front of them, and they're able to do so, but that'll be a first down. Jacoby Lane, and the touchdown catch a few moments ago, moves the chains.
And remember, all they need is...
You saw that green line down about the 36 where SC needs to get it. Zachariah Branch is open. Now Branch goes down a little bit short of the first down markers. Boy, could they use those right now. I'm sure they're thinking. See if Moss can make up for it. Throws back to Kyron Hudson, who smartly steps out of bounds with 22 seconds to go. Second down and 15. Got to get it into field goal range. Moss throwing to Hudson. Hudson takes a big hit, but he got the hut. What a catch again. That's two spectacular catches, and there's a flag down. This may put them right on the doorstep for field goal range if it's targeted. Hudson had a spectacular catch, one hand in the first half. He's had a couple of balls knocked away, one of which could have been a score, but boy, he won't have one bigger than that one.
The result of the play is a first down, personal foul, targeting, defense number 2. The previous play is under further review, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Very important here. We're going to talk about Miller Moss, but the defense, Sage Ryan does not reroute. The reason that's important is because without rerouting and jamming him here, look how he gets by. Now you've got a window in this area right here between the safety and the corner. By not getting hands on him to slow him down, it gives him a chance to get into that window, and then the safety comes over late. And I think we figured out Kyron Hudson.
Yep.
He just likes to make the crazy catch.
Make it hard.
He likes to make that crazy catch.
We saw.
Man, he's made 2 big catches.
Now they called targeting. Of course, they're reviewing it, the replay officials, to make sure that it stands. If it does, it will move the ball 15 yards and closer, or maybe perhaps half the distance. They'll see exactly where the spot is. At any rate, it'd make it a very short field goal.
I've got a crown of the helmet hit. He's going upward into him.
When he's defenseless and a crown.
Well, he's just starting the completion of the catch, so I'd keep him defenseless. But will you go
doesn't matter with the crown of the helmet?
Doesn't matter.
After further review, the ruling on the field of a catch is stands. The ruling on the field of targeting is confirmed. Number 2 is disqualified for the remainder of the game. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Kicker for USC is Michael Lance. He's a transfer from Georgia Southern. Woody Marks might make it a moot point, and he does. Talk about all the field goals, and Woody Marks rumbles into the end zone, and USC is on top with 8 seconds to play. The former Mississippi State Bulldog might have just put the finishing touches on LSU as Woody Marks goes in for the score.
Targeting. Well, his replacement right here is a safety, Jordan Allen, who's been in and out of the game. And this time he kind of gets caught up in the tight end. You'll see great job on that left side. Good job on the left side of being able to do what they needed to do to open up the hole. But really, it was the safety that, to me, gets lost. He's looking at the tight end. He follows the tight end, and instead of being able to fill that hole, it still would have been a nice gain, but it wouldn't have been a touchdown. So eyes are in the backfield. Good job on the left side. Predominantly Pregnon, that left guard, just drilling down in that big, powerful LSU defensive line. And how about Marks to transfer from an SEC school, Mississippi State, potentially gets the game-winning touchdown for the Trojans.
Bookended this game with touchdowns, scored the first one in Jaquavius. Woody Marks, called Woody because of his love for Toy Story. Hey, howdy, hey, he has announced his arrival for Lincoln Riley's team with a couple of touchdowns tonight. And if they can hold on for 8 seconds, the game-winning touchdown tonight is 55 to 60 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Nussmeier throws an interception, and that's how it's going to end. Mason Cobb picks it off And the Trojans will have a victory, and what a way to christen USC in the Big Ten and with a victory over LSU here in Las Vegas.
Well, you take on these games because of, it's a bowl atmosphere. You know, that's what it feels like, and you know, you play your heart out for LSU, and you got to pick up and get ready to go the rest of the year. I guess they're going to review this or look at that to make sure he had possession of it. But I applaud the coaches and the athletic directors to take on these games. This is a big stage and a big moment for LSU and USC. USC into the Big Ten for the first year. Imagine their schedule. They're going to be in Ann Arbor in a couple weeks. They got a brutal schedule. LSU, of course, living in the SEC. They know what they have ahead of them. But both these teams showed tonight that they're going to improve. They're going to get better. They have quarterbacks. They have a defense. They're both going to, I think, have exciting years.
And there are very few, you don't want to make too much out of one game, but there are very few who viewed the Trojans as a real top-tier contender in the Big Ten. That might have changed tonight.
Yeah.
Certainly a good first impression and a good start. And USC scores late